Hello, I'm Glenn, and welcome to this edition of the G.I.F.T.S video series, Great Ideas for Teaching Science. In this edition, we'll take a look at how digital resources impact our students' lives, and our role as teachers to promote and monitor that digital world. So, you're watching and listening to this video on your computer. You might be using a desktop, but probably a laptop, or a Chromebook, or a tablet, or maybe you're watching this video on your phone. Or maybe, if you're a tech geek like me, you might even be using one of these. Yes, this is the world we live in today, and even more so for your students. Technology is integrated into every aspect of your students' lives, both in school and in society, and their world is expanded through the use of laptops and mobile devices. While using electronic tools, students investigate new topics, communicate in a dozen different ways, produce projects, and share their work with others. Through the study of science, students investigate and practice science and engineering and participate as citizens in their local, global, and digital worlds. Students are empowered to make informed decisions, communicate conclusions, contribute to society, and participate as citizen scientists. Yes, digital citizens. That's any person who participates in society using information and communication technologies. For example, by blogging, making comments, or even just looking up information. Students of the digital community must know and understand what to expect in the digital world, to both find the accurate information they need, but also to protect themselves. And teachers play a very important role in preparing students to be good digital citizens. That is, to use the internet and other digital tools responsibly, effectively, and safely. Now, to help you with that effort, there are plenty of great open source digital resources online. You might want to check out this website, OER Commons. This site, and there are many other websites just like it, will provide free digital activities, lesson plans, videos, simulations, and a variety of assessments. And if you're already using Elevate Science and the Realize digital platform, don't forget to click on that magnifying glass icon in the upper right corner. There you'll enter your search term. In this case, I'll use the word habitat. This will initially locate all habitat references and resources in the Elevate Science program. But then by clicking on the Open Ed button, that list will expand to hundreds of open source resources from hundreds of respected websites such as Khan Academy, Bozeman Science, Enchanted Learning, and PBS. You can also narrow your search to the type of resource you want. In this case, I'll look for a video. And here I have more than 500 Habitat videos available to me. I like this science crash course series, so let's take a look at that one. Okay, this looks great. I can now integrate that video into my instructional plan. There are countless open source digital resources available to you and your students for enriching your science classroom. These online tools can be used for graphing, video editing, podcasting, storyboarding, and even coding, and can be useful across multiple grade levels. Online interactive science simulations, virtual labs, and models can add depth to student understanding of concepts and of phenomena that cannot be observed directly. Been face to face with an erupting volcano lately? Satellite imagery and data displays provide a beyond bird's eye view of Earth, and scientists use social media to interact with classrooms, sharing their experiences and discoveries during fieldwork on land, in the ocean, and in space. Because digital experiences are now so common, it is important for students to learn about their roles, rights, and responsibilities as digital citizens. Students can share text, photos, and videos instantaneously and contribute to the digital world as producers of digital content. Students establish a digital footprint that becomes their own digital identity. As contributors, students need to understand topics and issues around privacy, copyright, cyberbullying, and internet safety. Here are some tips that you might want to share with your students. Never post personal information online, like your address or phone number. Don't write or post things that you would not be proud to put your name on. Don't illegally copy materials, and always cite your sources when referencing someone else's work. And always, always treat others with respect online. Now, as your students' access to online resources increases, it matters more than ever that they become critical consumers of information. Students need to use the science and engineering practice of asking questions about what they read and see online. And it's not just a question of fact versus fiction. Students will often need to ask, are the claims I am reading evidence-based? Evaluating online sources, seeking out multiple sources, and finding credible sources provide opportunities to interpret information and draw more accurate conclusions about a claim. As you work with your students, you might suggest that they ask these types of questions when consuming digital information. Is the source of the information credible? For example, is the information from an established, respected university or museum, or from an organization such as NASA or NOAA? What evidence is cited in the article? What is the source of that evidence? And if opinions are present, are they clearly identified as such? Am I finding similar information in a variety of credible sources, and not just one? Who is the intended audience? And is this written at an appropriate level for my needs? What is the author's purpose? Is it to inform, educate, sell, persuade, support a position or opinion, or maybe something else? There's a huge amount of content out there in our modern digital world, so it's vital for students to learn strategies for distinguishing evidence from opinion. Through the inquiry process inherent to the practice of meaningful science, students will become better communicators, thoughtful consumers and producers, and active digital citizens. Thanks for taking the time to learn a bit more about what it means to be a digital citizen. If you're interested in more GIFTS, check out these links to the rest of our video series.